Call 911. If someone called 911 and the recording was never found again, would you believe it was just an error in the system or something the town itself wanted to bury? Ravenwood was the kind of place most people never noticed on a map. Nestled deep within the pine forests of northern Oregon, it was a small mill town that had once thrived on lumbering trade. By the late 1990s, the economy had collapsed, the mills shut down, and many families moved away. The population dwindled to just under 2,000. The year was 1999. The world was worried about Y2K, technology failures, and the new millennium, but in Ravenwood the fears were older, more rooted in whispers of superstition. The town was infamous locally for strange disappearances, hikers in the woods, motorists along Route 9, even pets gone missing without a trace. But what sealed Ravenwood's legend was not a ghost story, or even an urban myth. It was a phone call. On the night of October 21, 1999, just past midnight, a 911 dispatcher named Karen Ellis received a call that lasted only 2 minutes and 43 seconds. The caller never identified themselves. All they managed to say, through heavy breathing, distorted static, and muffled sounds, was, "It's here. It knows I called. Don't let them." And then silence. The recording, according to official records, should have been stored like all other emergency calls, automatically archived on tape. But when investigators tried to retrieve it, nothing existed. No digital backup. No reel. Nothing. What remained was only the handwritten log entry Karen had made, caller unknown. Distress. Said, "It's here." Line went dead. 12:07 a.m. After that night, Ravenwood was never the same. Karen Ellis insisted she hadn't imagined it. 2 other dispatchers swore they had heard fragments through the shared line. Yet, without the tape, the county treated it as a technical failure. Still, people remembered. People whispered. And some swore the town itself tried to erase the evidence. For weeks after the call, Ravenwood lived in quiet paranoia. Residents began reporting odd occurrences, dogs barking at empty doorways, lights flickering without cause, and strange radio interference on car stereos. A retired sheriff's deputy, Mark Holloway, decided to investigate on his own. He believed the caller had been local, possibly someone living near the abandoned mill just outside of town. According to Holloway, multiple 911 calls had been made in that area before reports of trespassers, loud machinery at night, even screaming. All were dismissed as pranks. Holloway went through missing persons records. Between 1994 and 1999, 11 people had gone missing around Ravenwood. Most were labeled runaways or accidents. But the 911 call suggested something darker. Karen Ellis, the dispatcher, described the voice on the line, male, mid-30s, possibly slurred or terrified. She remembered the phrase "don't let them," but never found out who them was. Clues began to surface. A local teenager reported seeing lights in the old mill the night of the call. A hunter claimed he found a torn piece of fabric in the woods, smeared with something he swore wasn't blood, thicker, darker. Police found no footprints, no vehicle tracks, no phone records of who dialed 911. The town grew restless. Rumors spread, was it a cult, hiding in the forests? A vagrant who saw something he shouldn't? Or something worse, something not human? In December 1999, just weeks before the millennium, the Ravenwood Sheriff's Department sealed off the old mill, citing safety hazards. Locals weren't convinced. Holloway noted that no public records of the mill's inspection were ever released. Karen Ellis resigned in January 2000. In an interview years later, she said, "I can still hear it, you know. The way his breathing shook through the static. It wasn't just fear. It was like he was already gone." And then came the second disappearance. On March 12, 2000, Deputy Holloway himself vanished. His patrol car was found abandoned near Route 9, driver's door open, radio still on. The last transmission he made was chilling. "I think I found, no, wait." Silence. The audio of his final words was archived, but like the 911 call, it too later vanished from official records. The county filed his disappearance as voluntary leave. But Ravenwood residents knew better. By 2005, Ravenwood had developed a reputation, the town that eats evidence. Every official recording tied to the 911 call was either missing, corrupted, or inexplicably blank. Even local journalists found their tapes unusable. But the strangest part came from the phone company logs. A private investigator discovered that the call had not originated from a landline, a payphone, or any registered mobile device. The origin showed as untraceable signal external. External to what? Some theorized it came from a satellite phone, others from military equipment. But the county was too small, too remote. Why would classified tech be used here? Others suggested something stranger, that the signal came from nowhere. To make things more unsettling, every person directly involved in the 911 call, Karen Ellis, the two other dispatchers, and even the county technician eventually moved away, all within 2 years. None ever returned. The old mill, sealed off, burned down in a suspicious fire in 2007. Cause unknown. Today, Ravenwood is little more than a name on forgotten maps. Population, less than 300. The forest has swallowed the old roads, and tourists are warned away. The last 911 call from Ravenwood has never been found again. No recording, no copy, nothing. But some say if you drive along Route 9 at night, your car radio will crackle. And if you're unlucky, you might hear a voice whisper. It's here. Don't let them. The question is, who was them? And why does every trace of the truth vanish? Was it just a system glitch? A cover-up? Or proof that something in Ravenwood was never meant to be known? No one has the answer. Maybe no one ever will. If this story unsettled you, share it with someone who loves unsolved mysteries. Do you think the Ravenwood 911 call was a hoax, a government cover-up, or something paranormal? Drop your thoughts below, because the truth might still be out there.